Welcome back, folks, to Heard It on the X, the East Coast premier music talk show. We have a special guest on the phone today. This Friday, May 6th, at UB Center for the Arts, Stephen Lynch is going to be performing. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster. Joining us on the phone right now is Stephen Lynch. Stephen, you there?
I'm here.
How you doing?
Well, when I heard the name of the show, I thought that maybe you guys just played the ZZ Top song over and over again.
We do. That's all we do. Actually, the ZZ Top song is our theme song. But yes, that is where we got the name of the show, and also
It'd be funnier if you actually never played that song.
Yeah, we never play it. I've never heard of the song, but yeah, that's funny. A lot of people always bring it up. Is that the ZZ Top song? And yeah, that is where we got the name of it. But speaking of songs, I think you have a few of them. You have a different approach to songwriting from a lot of people we usually have on the show. You're a musician-comedian. I know you consider yourself a musician first, but how did that sort of come about? You write songs from a comedy standpoint.
Yeah, I mean, I started writing songs, sort of personal singer-songwriter-y type songs, and then would inject some what I, at the time, thought of as wry humor, and realize now is just, dirty jokes. And somehow it caught on, among my friends first, which gave me the confidence to try them out in front of audiences who didn't know me and who weren't necessarily as stoned and drunk as my friends, and somehow they laughed as well. And the next thing I knew, what had been sort of a diversion at best was my career.
Yeah, it's got to be a little nerve-wracking taking a song about the Special Olympics from your friend's living room to a bar where there's people.
Yeah, some songs are never meant to see the light of day, and somehow they escaped into the public consciousness.
Well, it's good that they escaped. They're fantastic.
Thank you.
So it started. I know you were in college, right?
Yeah.
And you just writing songs. How did that come about? I mean, you said you sort of started injecting them. Was it comedy from the start, or did you write serious singer-songwriter songs?
Yeah, I'd written heartfelt songs, and I'd tried to put a little humor in it. I was always a big fan of like Loudon Wainwright and Tom Lehrer and people who could say something but sort of be a little acerbic and a little cutting at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to do at first, and then eventually I realized that I was getting more laughs than anything else, and maybe I should just stick to the comedy part of it. And so with no intention of ever being a comedian, and with no desire to be a comedian, I sort of plunged headfirst into the world of comedy. And it sort of went 360, and now I'm back to the point where I'm not really in the world of comedy. I'm doing comedy, but I don't go to the clubs, and I'm not friends with other comedians and that sort of thing. I'm sort of just in the music world, touring the theaters and folk and rock clubs of the world.
Yeah, you sort of branched out. One of the things I wanted to talk about was in 2006, you actually were nominated for your as Best Lead Actor in a Musical for your role in The Wedding Singer, which was on Broadway. That was a fantastic show, and I mean, it got great reviews, and your performance got great reviews.
Yeah, it got some good reviews. It got some bad reviews. I don't want to make it seem like, I was hailed as the next John Gielgud for my portrayal of an Adam Sandler character, but one guy said I had the stage presence of a turnip, which I thought was pretty creative and funny. So, yeah, we got some love from the critics and some not so love, and the show did pretty well, and we ran for, I don't know, all told from when we started previews to the end was about a year, maybe 10 months or something like that. So we had a pretty good run.
So now you're back on tour. You're doing a tour. It actually starts up in Albany. You'll be here in Buffalo on the 6th. What can we expect on this tour? Is there going to be some new material? I know you're working on a new album, or you said you were thinking about getting one out there. What can we expect on this tour?
Yeah, lots of new stuff. I'm going to keep sort of the same format I had last time I was in the area. Show some videos and bring some friends with me, and play some of the old favorite songs. But I do have 8 or 9 new songs, and I will be not debuting, but I'll be testing out the latest versions of many of those tunes. So fingers crossed I don't bomb horribly. But that's the fun part about it. That's the excitement of it, is to the stuff that I slave over in my dank, dark basement, hoping is funny. You get to finally try it out in front of a...
Yeah, you're hoping that that one joke doesn't go over with the crowd, where you get that but
yeah, that's the worst reaction. Well, I guess silence is the worst reaction.
Yeah.
It's also, they're like, oh, nice try. You really gave it the old college try.
Yeah. But what you do, and what I saw you last time you were in Buffalo, you were on the 3 Balloons tour. What I thought was really cool is you guys did Purple Rain. That's what I thought was one of the coolest things, is that you go out there and you'll throw something like that out in there. Any plans for surprises like that again on this tour?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't put together my set list, but
maybe a free...
I'll think of that as a request.
All right. Yeah, we'll take Purple Rain as a request for Buffalo.
All right.
So
I don't even get a request for my own songs.
Well, I mean, everybody loves your songs. I mean, obviously the fans. What is you said? That Sound of Silence is sort of the worst sound to hear. What song is there? A song that you were afraid to play, or is there a song that you sort of feel like maybe I shouldn't play this? Was there ever a point where you had one song that you were afraid to bust out?
The only time I ever was apprehensive, truly apprehensive, was the first time I played in Germany, and I have a song called "Little Tiny Mustache."
Yeah.
Thinks his girlfriend might be a Nazi.
Uh-huh.
And I had heard that, even now, it's not very cool to joke about that sort of thing. And
yeah, it's a bit of a touchy subject.
Pretty uptight about it. But I had to do it. I had decided that I wasn't a man unless I faced that fear and played that song in front of an entirely German audience.
Mm-hmm. How'd it go over?
Germany. Huh?
How did it go over? Were you getting?
Well, I saved it for the very last song of the encore.
Oh, so you could just run right out of there?
I had to flee the stage.
Yeah.
I had their car on and waiting for me. And as it turns out, they do have a sense of humor about it after 70 years. So they appreciated it for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And didn't kill me. But that was the only time I've ever really been sort of antsy and anxious about playing a song.
Well, that's good. I mean, if you're going to write a song about, mentally challenged people or Nazis, I mean, you got to have the stones to go out and play it. And, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Stephen Lynch, what else are you working on other than the album? You got anything else?
The album is really the biggest thing right now.
Biggest thing?
So close to being done with the writing process, and then comes the fun part, which is recording it. I'm also sort of on and off working on a DVD of the last tour, trying to get a live performance show done as well. But really just concentrating on the new thing now, the new record.
Yeah, the new record, you said you have about 8 to 9 that you're going to be testing on this tour. How long does the tour go? I know Buffalo is the second date. There's a couple dates around here in that vicinity. There's the Albany. I know there's Wilkes-Barre, and there's an Ohio show in the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
How long does the tour go?
It's just a mini tour.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about 5 shows and then hopefully record, and then go out to doing a big Scandinavian tour in June, where I can sort of hopefully write a new show around the new songs, and then I will begin a proper tour in the fall. So the shows I'm doing, in Buffalo and Albany are sort of test shows.
Test runs of new stuff and how you're going to fit it in. So you said you're going to...
It could be a good thing, and it could be a bad thing, depending on your perspective.
But no matter what, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, at least it'll be new stuff. You don't want to hear the same old crap all the time.
And you're bringing friends with you, too. Is it going to be the same group of guys that was on the Three Balloons tour?
One of them, and the other one has some commitments in New York. He's doing a off-Broadway show, and so I grabbed up a old friend of mine from Austin who plays banjo and mandolin and harmonica and sings, and he's really funny himself. So he and I are going to get together and see what we can come up with for those shows.
Very cool. I know a lot of people are excited here in Buffalo. I know a lot of my friends are going to be going there. I will be attending. Stephen Lynch at UB Center for the Arts, May 6th. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. You can find Stephen at StephenLynch.com. Stephen, I want to thank you for taking the time to talk to us, and good luck on your tour.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot.
All right, safe travels.
Thank you.